Originally, what I did was flyboard, which is a water-propelled jetpack that hooks to a jet ski and lifts you up out of the water. One of the problems we had is you got the afternoon off, you want to go out on your flyboard, but you need your buddy to operate the jet ski, to run the throttle on the ski. And I said, well, this is stupid, you know, it can't be that hard to make something to run the ski. So then I built the remote control, which is, we call F4 now. It's been called a duck because the first ones look like a duck, but it's a wireless remote control, and you squeeze it to go higher and let off to come down, and it works really good. X-Jets now makes the remote. Now I'm telling you all that to tell you where I come from. So what happened is I wanted to fly, but I didn't like the jet ski and the hose because you can only fly 70 feet high. I didn't think that was enough. And you need a 300 horsepower jet ski and you're pulling it around like a big pull toy everywhere you go. And I thought it was stupid. So that was why I built the Airboard, to get rid of the jet ski and the hose. At that point, that worked and I was happy for a minute. But then I went, well, part of the fun of hydroflight, which is flyboarding, part of the reason I liked it is because you could also go underwater and cruise around close to the bottom with the thrust from the boots. And I went, okay, well, I made a tetherless version of the flyboard that goes up. Let's make a tetherless version of the flyboard that goes down. And that's where this first thruster boots came from. I took some old bindings off a wakeboard, some solenoids off of automobile, some aluminum that I had laying in the shop, and some foam from Home Depot, and 2 electric trolling motors, the biggest ones I could find. And we put it on, and it scared the crap out of me. And it'll rip your face off. It was way too much, but then I gave it to the professional flyboarder that I work with, Ben, and he was like, are you kidding? That's not even enough power. So we went back and made version 2, which is not here, but I have pictures of. And that one had more power. It'd rip your face and your arms off. And so, but we had taken the twist out of it. And on this version, I put a twist in so that you could do some spins. So you could spin around as you were going and those kind of things. And the second version, we took the twist out because we felt we didn't need it. But the second version was a lot cleaner. It wasn't so ugly, didn't look so Frankenstein. And this is version 3, 1.8 times the thrust of the original motors, and they weigh 25% of the weight. And we're able to put an hour worth of batteries in the battery compartments. And then this one also has the twist back in it. So these things have 45 degrees of twist, so you can do the maneuvers, the spins and stuff. And then this is just the battery covers. It's 1/4 inch aircraft aluminum, 6061 aircraft aluminum, and industrial stainless everything. Like I said, that's probably, from the estimations from SolidWorks and the numbers that we looked at and the stress loads and everything, should be able to handle about 1,000 feet in depth. And then these lock. It's got a foot control, so these will be mounted on here when I get it done. And this one is going to be right-footed. We can make it so either one, but basically, if your toe is pointed forward in the binding, you'll be at 0 throttle. And if you turn your foot to the right, about 1.5 inches, you'll be at full throttle. And anywhere in between there controls your speed. So you're completely hands-free. 8 miles an hour is the fastest we've ever gone underwater. And it's scary because, like, if you hit something underwater at that speed, I mean, it's dangerous. So that's why we put it on turbo boost, and then there's a locking pin that can go in there at each one of those settings, so you can set the limits to each each rider. In my mind, I see people doing tricks underwater, like we do in the air on the flyboard, but doing on the thruster boots.